Ben.
Hey everyone, Francois T here, and I'm very happy to have my regular correspondent Sarah with me. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Francois T.
Good to have you here as always.
Thank you. If you,
Oh,
Skylar's in the room, so oh,
sorry, I got some feedback there. Keep going.
Skylar, can you just let me know if you can hear me properly?
Yeah, hopefully she can.
Or
So
whoever else is
guys,
here.
I know it's been a while since we've done an FNS chat, but just to remind you of the rules, this is a chat that you guys create. If there's anything you'd like to talk about, let us know in the chat box, and we will certainly pick up on that. But we do see that Skylar is in the room, so hello, Skylar. Good to see you.
Yeah, hi, Skylar.
Skylar's saying that she's good. She's just laying down. She had a long day.
Oh no. It is 54 p.m. here, so
It's true.
not much of a day. Our day's still going.
Australia. Speaking of Australia, here's something that we can start the conversation off with. Normally, this is a lame topic to talk about, but in Australia, it actually makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about the weather. How terrible has the weather been?
Well, let's talk about actually, I'm going to say different. We've had some pretty good weather down here. Well, for me, I like it. Pretty good weather down here in Sydney. We've had 20, 24-degree days for the past few days. It's been nice. We've had some rain, and I know it's summertime, but I am just digging it. I like the wind. I like the cool breeze. It's all good.
Very nice. As we quickly say hello to the Sonic Fan 108. Hey, Sonic Fan. Been a while. He says, haven't seen you guys since New Year. That's true. I've been a little bit quiet, but the reason for that is I've been a little bit busy. But, good to be back with an impromptu chat with the wonderful Sarah.
Yeah.
It's been very warm down here. We've had some nicer days that are 25 degrees and below. For those of you who don't know, I'm talking in Celsius. But yeah, other days have just been nuts, and it's meant to get really warm today. So not looking forward to that. But
so if Francois just randomly just stops talking throughout the chat, it's because
he's died.
He's dead. He's actually just died. Sorry, guys. Prior warning.
Exactly.
Trigger warning.
But yeah, so I have been very busy, and that's why you guys haven't seen a lot of videos from me, which has been interesting. I've been doing some cooking, which has been interesting.
Yes, Francois has been telling me about some cooking that he's been doing.
Yeah.
Special cooking.
Special cooking.
It makes it sound really weird, like you're doing drug cooking or something. But
well, you've gotten used to doing cooking stuff outside of the home when all of a sudden it becomes the weekend and you're cooking what you cooked during the week at home. So that's how used to it I've gotten.
Yes. What would you prefer? Would you prefer to cook your own from scratch meal or something out of a box?
Oh, look, I think it depends on my mood, but if I'm in the mood to cook something from scratch, for sure. The difference between cooking at home or cooking at where I'm working at the moment is that I get free reign at home. Where at work, it's very different.
Yeah, you kind of got to sort of go by a set thing where you work at the moment.
Exactly.
If you guys don't know, Francois is working 3 days a week.
Yeah.
For the time being.
Yeah.
President A is here. Hi, President A.
Hi, President A. How was your cruise? Sounds like you had a lot of fun. For those of you who don't know, President A was on a cruise. Sound like you had a lot of fun.
And so Francois has been working and cooking. For everyone that's been on the Facebook group, you know that I'm falling through bathroom floors. That's what I've been doing recently.
Oh, poor Sarah.
It's kind of funny now, but
Yeah, not the time.
I've just been taking some time, I feel like Christmas was just super busy and New Year's. We had a lot going on, and then it's just been quiet January.
Yeah. That's
I think
okay.
everyone's kind of just been, getting back into life.
Yeah, true.
That is
But
true.
but it's nice to be back, though. I mean, even in such a relaxed atmosphere, it's nice to be back.
Tis,
Just want to say
tis,
hi to
tis.
everyone. So I want to put this out there and ask you guys, since while I'm waiting for people to ask for us to discuss certain topics, if you have any questions or comments or whatever, do let us know. But in the meantime, I wanted to ask for you guys, what's your favorite thing to cook? If you were to cook something at home, what would it be? Do you have an answer, Sarah?
I don't know. That's hard for me. Because I can't just go and, I don't know. That's I'll have to think about that one.
That's okay. I will say that if I were to zoom way out and categorize, my favorite thing to cook is desserts.
Yeah.
But I will think of one for you. But before I do, Annabelle Foster has made it to the chat. Hello, Annabelle Foster.
Annabelle's here.
Great to have you here. But yesterday I made a, sorry, not yesterday, the day before, I made a, what do you call it, banana bread, and
You made banana bread.
I
Yeah.
did, and I decided to make some sauces to go with it, just in case it was a bit dry. So I ended up
nobody likes dry bread.
True. So I ended up making an orange syrup and a caramel sauce, two completely separate sauces in case, because I wanted to share it with people in case, people wanted something different. They had those two options.
Fancy.
I know, right? It was so much fun.
Stipulate, he did make the banana bread out of the box.
That's true.
No, from scratch, mashing up bananas and stuff.
That's very true.
It's still good. It's still fun to bake. I used to love baking before I went off a lot of foods that I can't eat now, but I used to love baking cookies, and I'd make some from scratch, cookies and muffins and cupcakes and all that kind of stuff. I used to love baking all that kind of stuff.
So good. And can be very therapeutic for sure.
It is. And I used to have friends around a lot and just be like, I made some food for you, and bring it out and have food.
And would you say it that melodically? I made some food for you.
Probably. Probably. Just sing my way.
No, I was thinking the other day about things that I find quite therapeutic, and I was thinking, if I had like a lot of money, I'd love to open some sort of Francoise therapeutic center where I would offer things like cooking, singing, anything that's therapeutic. Yeah.
Honey, hire me. I would love to work with Pinky.
Oh, I would.
We could just talk and just soothe people with our voices. Like, okay, this is just a therapy session. Sit down and listen to our voices.
Exactly. Yeah.
Alias is here. Hi, Alias.
Hi, Alias. So President A says the cruise was really good. Made a lot of friends who joined me on Facebook. Lots of dancing and a bit of singing. Nice.
We love a bit of singing.
Oh, we do. That's so awesome, President A. Skylar says, hi to Annabelle, and she's loving that President A was doing that, so that is so cool. Annabelle Foster says, love baking too, definitely the most satisfying one. Nice. Yeah, look, I completely agree. Having cooked many things throughout my life, like, it was the one thing my mum always said to me, no matter what, if you know how to cook, I know you'll be fine. So she actually raised me, like, she started me learning cooking at a very young age.
Oh, yeah.
And baking is my favorite thing. Yeah.
And the good thing is that if you really don't know a recipe and you want to make something from scratch, Google it, find it on Google. For me, I have to experiment with a lot of recipes and look them up because I do have a lot of restrictions in my diet. So I have to look up alternative versions of making things. Like, I'd love to make cookies, but I don't do gluten, I don't do dairy, I don't do a lot of things. So, but yeah, baking is fun, and you can always look up things.
I was wondering, like, are you able to find gluten-free options, like variables to make cookies or cakes or whatnot?
Yeah, I can. Like, they do have gluten-free options, and it's hard to find gluten and dairy-free options in one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But if you want like a really healthy version, you don't want like sugar in it, but you want like natural sugar in it, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's guaranteed a billion recipes online that have, like the things that you want, but an alternative way of making it. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that Google.
Go Google. Google.
Yeah, right? Alofa says, oh my god, hey guys, long time. Sorry for being less active with you guys. Missed you all so much. We missed you too,
Aw,
Alofa,
hi Alofa.
but no need to worry. Look, honestly, I've been less active myself, as we were just saying. I've been busy. Sarah's
Yeah.
had a few things going on, so we've been less active as well.
Yeah,
But
actually,
it's
Alofa, this is our first live impromptu chat for the year, I think, is
for
it?
2018. It is, yeah.
Yeah. Happy 2018, guys.
Yeah, happy 2018, y'all. But yeah, we missed you too, Alofa, for sure. Annabelle Foster says, I will add an extra section to my future arts therapy center, guys. It can be the arts and life sentence 10. You're all
You
hired.
know, the
Yeah.
weird thing is that all three of us really have this, like, we want to have like some sort of therapy center thing going on because I've wanted to do something of that nature too.
Yeah.
So we can all just add our own little talents and combine it and make it one awesome thing, guys. I love it.
Oh,
Love
sounds so
it.
cool.
Love it.
There you go. So here's another thing that I wanted to ask you guys, because I was told this on the grapevine, but I haven't looked it up to verify if it's true. Now, I'm assuming most of us, if we're not taking a break from it, are on Facebook, and that's how we're all on the group and all that. Is it true that Mark Zuckerberg has sold Facebook?
Look, I don't have a 100% answer to this, but I'm probably going to say no because a lot of these rumors go around and they're usually not true. I mean, if someone knows otherwise, then correct me, but I don't think so.
Honestly, I just imagine the guy like on some private beach sipping pina coladas, and whenever he needs to have a meeting, he'll like FaceTime people and whatever because he's all, rich and happy. So
There you go, rich and happy. That's what we all strive to be, rich and happy.
that's true. Yeah, very much so. Like, I mean, there's rich and then there's rich and happy.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can be rich and not be happy.
That's true. Yep. Yeah.
Annabelle, if anything, Mark Zuckerberg probably bought everything else.
He probably did. No, I was talking to someone the other day, and I was saying it's interesting because if you're old enough to remember the days prior to Facebook,
Yes.
shout out to those of you who remember MySpace
And MSN.
and MSN. Yes, and then and MySpace was doing pretty well at the time.
MySpace was booming at the time,
Yeah.
man. I remember everyone was hanging out on MySpace.
Yeah.
It was a very social community on MySpace back in when I was a teenager.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you have a MySpace profile, Francois?
I had a MySpace profile, and I actually stuck to my guns with MySpace. And one by one, all the people that I had added to MySpace all left me and went to Facebook. So eventually, I had to.
I had a few other social media profiles that were big back then as well, but yeah, I definitely had a MySpace. And if you guys all remember, we were good. We learned how to do the HTML editing and all that.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
always looking up the codes on Google to find cool codes to edit our profiles.
Yep.
It's a good time. We love it.
And I think one of the good things that Zuckerberg did, now it's great that we learned those HTML things, but is that Facebook is actually easier for people to use than MySpace.
Well, MySpace was easy to use, but if you wanted to pimp out your profile and make it all cool and stuff, you did have to know the HTML. And us kids did. We were like, no, we want cool profiles. Especially the emo kids of the time like me.
Oh, yeah. But I will say, though, I miss my MSN Messenger.
Oh, me too. Did you ever have like the big group chats on MSN? Like added, and you meet all these people that you don't know because someone will add some friends to the group chat, and you're like, "Whoa, who is these people?" But we'll chat anyway. Cool.
Exactly.
No, it was so fun, and changing your screen name on MSN as well regularly.
Yes.
Well, I used to change it regularly.
Exactly. Yes, song lyrics, anything that'd come up. Yeah, it was just.
Yep.
I would love if I could remember my email and password of the day to go back to MSN Messenger if I could, just to see what my last name was that I had in there.
Yeah, no, I'd love to know what I had on there.
So Annabelle Foster says, "Oh my God, MySpace always fighting to be featured in the top 8."
What? Oh yeah, yes. Um, I used to have a lot of friends that would argue about who would be on the top 8. Like, there was some crazy kids, like, and they'd be like, "Oh, why am I not your number one on there?" And it's like, because I got someone else as my number 1 and 2 on there, and they're like,
Yeah,
well, obviously I'm not important enough to you because I'm
yeah.
not your number 1 on MySpace. You're not your number 1 top friend.
That's it.
I actually had this conversation with someone based on real life.
I so believe it though, and I guess that's one of the good things about Facebook too. But then again, people have gotten a little more snippy because now it's about, oh, you haven't added me to Facebook. I guess I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was one point I didn't have my family on Facebook, my parents, and they were like, "Why do you want us on Facebook?" And I was like, "This is just, I have my friends,
Exactly.
I'll do now." But yeah, good time.
Oh gosh. So President A says, off topic, did you hear who joined the Perfectionist cast? Sophia Carson, i.e. Evie from The Descendants. Oh no, I didn't know that. Do you
I
guys?
don't know who that is, but okay.
So she's a Disney actress. So does anyone know when Descendants, which I shudder to think about, is going to be on? Here's something that I'm going to admit to you guys. I would say about a week ago, I went back and watched my Spencer's Twin is Not AD video. And I tell you what, the first 5 minutes was me screaming at my PC saying, "You're wrong, you're dead wrong." I had this quote in that video where I was saying, "Marlene just wouldn't do that to us again." I had the straightest face when I said it. But
we did think that, didn't we? But we were wrong.
So I'm thinking for The Perfectionist, I might give the first episode a go and then go from there. If I don't like it, no shame.
Do we know when it's coming actually officially airing?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Does anyone know? I don't even know if they've started filming yet.
Oh yeah, you guys in the chat should know. You guys keep up with that stuff. Let us know.
So Skylar's asking, you guys guess who booked a trip to London? Oh, who booked a trip to London, Skylar?
Is it you?
You? I had a dream I was in London.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Dove Cameron is guest starring on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a Marvel show. Oh, cool. There you go. Yeah. So that's really cool. So Sarah, well, people are talking about shows. I want to ask you about the latest episode of The Good Place. Have you seen it?
Which one?
Oh,
I don't know if I ended up watching it.
Oh no.
I can't even remember, to be honest.
I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it. It's when Michael's talking to the judge.
No, I haven't seen that yet. Don't spoil it, guys.
I won't.
Yeah, I remember talking to you. I knew it was coming out that night.
Yeah.
On Friday?
Friday. Yeah.
Well, I don't even know what day it is. I'm so tired, guys.
It's all good.
Like, what day is it right now?
We're in May, just so you know. You've missed 5 months.
Oh, shit. Well, missed my mum's birthday.
Oh.
No, yeah, no. I'm liking The Good Place at the moment. Again, it's picked up a bit more, but yeah, definitely don't spoil. Sadly, I can't talk about the last episode.
Okay, we won't spoil it. We'll talk about it next time.
Next time.
I will ask
you
you
next time.
I will ask this though. Who's your favorite of the 4 characters? Because I think we have different favorites.
We do. I know. I'm pretty sure we all know who your favorite is.
I'm pretty sure we do.
I don't know if I have favorites, so I don't. Okay, I'll rank it in like who I like the least.
Okay.
So I don't like Cheaty that much.
Yeah.
He's boring.
Great.
I think Jason's pretty funny, but it depends. Sometimes it gets a bit old.
Yeah.
I do like Tahani and I do like Eleanor as well.
Yay.
So, yeah, we know your favorite is Tahani.
It's me, Tahani.
Tiny.
Oh God. Anyway, in 2019, Skylar, you're referring to The Perfectionist in 2019. That's well away. There you go.
Or London.
Oh, London. Oh well, we'll have to just wait and see.
Skylar's going to London.
Yay! Well done, Skylar. We should do
Oh.
some sort of an exchange where Skylar goes to London and I'll go look after her place in New York. And you can come with me.
I'll come with you. I
Okay,
feel like that
cool.
could be a TV show. Skylar goes to London.
How good would that be? By the way, am I the only one who's not a fan of Chick, says Skylar. Look, I'm not exactly a fan of his. So Chick is a new character that's joined Riverdale. So I'll just
Okay.
1 minute on this. So I'm not a huge fan of Chicks, but I don't hate him, to be completely honest. But yeah, there you go. Annabelle says Janet is hilarious too.
I love Janet.
Yes.
I freaking love Janet. So out of the four, as I said before, but Janet's definitely one of my favorites.
Oh, so did you see the episode the first time they talked to the judge? Did you see that episode?
Yes.
With the burrito? Yeah, excellent. So you saw how Janet was playing bad Janet?
Yes.
Well done to her.
I was like, at the end, I was like, oh my God, Janet, you go. You go, Janet.
She had me convinced she was bad Janet.
Totally. I was like, oh my God. I thought that judge was pretty funny too.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the actress in other things and she's funny, so.
Oh, sweet. President A says Eleanor is his favorite. Cool.
Yeah, I like Eleanor as well.
I do too. Now, once you've seen this week's episode, we need to talk about it because I won't say what, but I will say this. Something happens and I want to know what your opinion is. So let's not spoil it for Sarah, but something happens.
Oh, I'll have to watch it today and then Francois can chat about it.
Cool. So President A says Perfectionist is in 2019. There you go.
And yeah, Skylar says 2019 for The Perfectionist, and she goes to London in March. Oh my goodness, that's so close.
Yeah.
Okay, Skylar girl, you're gonna have to I don't know, some videos or something. You're gonna have to let us know how you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's so exciting.
Oh yeah, we want daily videos on the group page.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, we want daily videos on the group page, hangout chats.
Yeah.
You want to see it all. No, enjoy your time, obviously. Focus on your time there. I'm assuming you might be seeing a certain person there.
Yay, that could be cool.
Yeah, a friend there that we all know. But yeah, definitely update us.
Yes, definitely. Yay. Skylar says she has another week of vacation, and so she's deciding where to go. Cool. No idea. But yeah, so we call it holidays here in Australia.
We're going on holidays.
It's funny though because I've started having these Americanisms where, for example, I'll say vacay, and I've had people that look at me and go, "Wait, what? What? Oh, sorry, holiday."
No, I think they're into I think there are people here that use vacation as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you see the question, what's your favorite holiday? Most people would say, oh, like Christmas or Easter, like holiday, that type thing. But holiday here would be like, where to go on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Holiday.
Holiday.
So Skylar has to watch the new How to Get Away with Murder. Yep, definitely watch it and let me know what you think. I'm so sorry we haven't chatted about the last ones yet, but I will say that so far it's been a really good season. So watch it and let me know what you think of the latest episodes, Skylar. And she says, I'll send tons of videos. You guys will get a special mini-series, Skylar's European Spring Break.
Wow, that is very American. Spring break.
Spring break. Woo! Is it spring break over there? I didn't even know what season.
Yes. Okay, well, we're still in summer, so they're still in winter.
Yeah. Happy winter, people. You can have our summer.
Yeah, happy winter. I've been still seeing everyone's snow videos and stuff like that, and cold posts about it being cold and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can all swap. You guys can come here and we'll go over there.
You know, people that say, "Oh, I'd really love to go to Australia." I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's not that exciting.
I don't know why.
Like, what you gonna do here? Nothing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Go hang out with some kangaroos. Sure.
Okay. No, look. Uh, yeah, the bad outweighs the good.
Yeah, guys, you know, we're not very Australian excited about our country.
No, not really.
We enjoy the rest of the world more than our own country.
Exactly. The whole outside looking in sort of approach.
Yeah. Skylar said, "Yeah, we get spring break in late March, early April."
Oh, there you go.
It's really weird for us. It's something that you just see um in the movies or like on TV shows. Spring
Yeah.
break, like it's such a huge thing.
Yeah.
And it's not
That's
really
right.
something that's done.
No.
Yeah.
Like we have a massive summer break, if you will.
Break.
We don't call it summer break, but yeah, we have a massive summer holiday period. But yeah, no spring break, no prom. We're sort of missing out over
Yeah.
here. Skylar would like to go to Australia and adopt a kangaroo. Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, look, I don't think that the government is going to let you adopt a kangaroo, but you can try.
You can try.
Like,
Yeah.
this is Skylar just standing here in Australia. Like, I'm just gonna take this kangaroo over here. And they're like, "No, put it down."
Oh, I do want to see that in the video though. Yeah. So what else is going on, lovely people?
Yeah.
Anything massive or big or small or happy or sad that's happened in 2018 to you guys? Certainly let us know. Yeah.
I really do not remember when we did our last video impromptu chat together.
Such a while ago.
Not sure.
Oh, yeah, well, I am so going to find out when it was.
Yeah, let us, find out when
I
we
will.
did our
And
last
I will comment below and let you know. Okay. Let's see what we have next. Not what I'm after. Oh, so get this. You know you're really old when you bring up things that are out of touch with what other people talk about and whatever. You know you're even older when you watch something, you end up loving it, and it's for a younger generation. You tell someone who's of a young generation, they say, "Oh yeah, I don't watch that. I don't care about that. That's too childish for me."
And what is this said thing?
It's so embarrassing. I was watching a movie, a little kids movie, and I thought,
yes, is this the one you told me about?
Yeah, and I thought I would tell my niece about it so we could, talk about it together. And she's like, "Oh, I don't watch that. That's too babyish for me."
It is a little bit babyish. I'm not dissing because I would watch kids shows now. Movies. I mean, I'm pretty sure I watched like what was it, like the Tinkerbell movie or something? Oh, no,
No, it was worse. It was the My Little Pony movie.
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Oh, how sad. But Emily Blunt, who plays Emily in what's it called? The Devil Wears Prada. She plays the villain in the series, and she has this really awesome song called "Open Up Your Eyes" that I really can't get out of my head.
Look, there is nothing wrong with watching children's things at times. We are adults. We are in a time, they're talking about millennials and stress and all this shit. Why not? Why not just go watch a My Little Pony movie and forget that the drama of the world exists for a little bit?
Oh,
I
thank you.
rewatched a
That's so
movie
sweet.
a few months ago. I rewatched a movie, but it was a movie that I did watch back in like the 90s, 2000s. It was like the Tom and Jerry movie.
Yeah.
I used to watch that so much as a kid, so I remember rewatching that recently and got really excited because I was like, "Yeah, Tom and Jerry, yeah."
Sweet.
I don't think I've watched the My Little Pony movie though. And I
Oh.
watched a Care Bears movie when I was little, and it's a very specific Care Bears movie. And I've been trying to find it recently. I know that I'm going to be 29 this year, but I don't care. I really want to watch this movie, but can I find it? No, because there's all these new Care Bear movies. So that is my rant for today. Where the hell is this Care Bear movie? Why can't I find it?
Oh, so rude.
So rude. So very rude.
um, so I found our
Last
lady. Yep.
video. When was that?
So it was actually the 12th of December. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah. And in the first 11 minutes, we're talking about buying stuff online, like Christmas presents and stuff.
Yeah, I remember us talking a lot about Christmas approaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. It has been a while, but as I say, it's good to be back. Yeah, so look, honestly, I think at the end of the day, like, if it was someone and not me, I would be saying the same thing to them. It doesn't matter how old you are, and if you watch something that's younger. For me, I think it's a bit of a difference when it's the other way around. So if you have, like, I don't know, a 5-year-old that wants to watch Saw, for example, I'd probably say no. Purely because I don't want to
Well, yeah,
traumatize
but
them.
you know what I was thinking is like if you're a parent, then you're going to watch these movies more because you're a parent. So you've got young children and you end up watching these
Yeah.
things. And it's kind of like, I'm a parent, it's okay, right? But the parents get so irritated by the movies. They might not admit it. They might be like, yeah, I like this movie. They don't like it. They don't.
No.
They freaking hate that movie. They'll watch it because their children watch it. But at least you had a choice. You were like, you know, I want to watch this movie.
Yeah.
I choose to watch this movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's just so bad, I think, because yeah, she's finishing off primary school now, my niece, and when she said, "Oh no, that's too babyish for me," I thought, "Oh no."
I mean, it's been such a long time since we've been that age. Like, I don't even remember what I did or watched at that age. I'm pretty sure I was still watching young things.
Yeah.
I mean, some. What were we, like
Oh,
11 or 12 at that age?
yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. No, look, I mean, just look now in my 30s, I watch teenage dramas a lot of the time.
Dude, rewatching a show which I told you about the other day called Make It or Break It, and it's
Yeah.
pretty much a teenage drama.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about like, gymnastics and like, getting really, they're professional gymnasts and stuff. But I don't know. I was like, I want a teenage drama that isn't Secret Life of the American Teenager. It's definitely not as cringy as that. It is cringy in parts, but not as cringy as that show.
Oh, that's good. Secret Life of the American Teenager, otherwise named for an acronym SLOTAT, is a wonderful show. But if I hear the word sex one more time, or if I hear
legit, they're
Amy
like,
cry one more time,
it's like they want to brainwash teenagers because, like, they specifically, like, who needs to say the word that many times? If you're having a specific conversation about sex, why do you need to say the word like 700 times in that conversation?
exactly.
It's so weird.
But I must say, I'm slowly. Ooh, I'm gonna commit a big sin here and say this. Slowly getting over mysteries.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know, which is kind of sad. But I blame Marlene.
But you do go through like stages of TV show watching where sometimes you feel like certain things and other times you feel like other things. It'll come back. You'll want mysteries again eventually.
Yay! I don't
President
know what I'm saying.
said, I loved that show, Make It and Break It or Make It or Break It. Where are you watching it? I'm watching it on Put Locker at the moment.
But look, it's so cool. Like, if you don't have other places where you can watch it, but look, it's really good, you guys.
Yeah, Make It or Break It, yeah. And it's on Put Locker there's like 3 seasons, I think. So if you
Nice.
want some teenage drama,
Yeah.
then yeah, go watch it.
Yeah. I will.
Yay!
I will. I've got so many shows I'm watching at the moment.
Oh, me
Um,
too.
it's funny how when you don't have shows, you're sort of taking time to look around and find something. But when you have shows, that's when people have suggestions for you.
Or like yeah, or like you'll go through a period where there's absolutely nothing, you can't find anything, and then you do start finding one or two things, and then all these things pop up, and you have too many shows, and you're like, all right. Like, and I went through that. Like, oh, what have I watched recently? There was a show on Netflix. There was only one season to begin with. They haven't brought the second season out, called The End of the Fucking World. Yes, that's literally what it's called. That was a good show. Obviously, I'm still watching The Good Place. I watched the show called Big Little Lies, and I really enjoyed that. So I've watched that, but there's no season 2 at the moment. That's a bit sad as well. I'm finding all these cool shows, and there's only one season of it at the moment.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah.
You'd think though that Big Little Lies would be renewed for a second season.
Pardon?
I didn't really watch Big Little Lies, but from what I heard about it, you would think it would be renewed because I think it was a
It
pretty
is
big
going to be
success.
renewed. It's just hasn't come out yet.
Oh,
But,
okay, yeah.
and
Fair enough.
they did relate it to Pretty Little Lies, but it's nothing like Pretty Little Lies at all. Like,
No.
nothing.
There you go.
It's a slight mystery, but not.
See,
It's completely different.
the sad thing is that's a good way to promote it. This show is nothing like Pretty Little Liars, so come and watch it.
I mean, there's some mystery to it, but it's a lot more in depth. It's it's definitely more adult than Pretty. I mean, not that Little Liars wasn't adult, but it's still, yeah, it's just in a completely different realm. So,
Yeah, I can understand.
what else have I been watching? Francois doesn't watch this show, but I've been rewatching a show called Outlander.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've got quite a few shows at the moment that I'm watching.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I watch quite a few shows during the week, and because of work and stuff, I don't really have a lot of time, so I'm sort of bunging them into like Saturday, Sunday, Monday to get through them all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I recommend Lucifer to everyone. You'll either love it or you'll hate it, but I definitely say watch an episode of that.
Yeah.
The Fosters, I would say, if you haven't seen it, and this is big coming from me because I love this show. If you haven't seen it by now, don't waste your time because it's going to be finished very soon.
I mean, well, you can watch it, but it is going to be finished soon, is what you're saying.
Yes, thank you, Sarah.
We're not telling you not to watch it.
I'm a little upset with the fact that it's going to be finished, so I'm a little biased.
Well, look, I haven't watched any of it, so...
Riverdale has its moments, but I wouldn't force anyone to watch it. Although Riverdale fans, I'll put this out there, the last episode was really good. But yeah.
I feel so terrible because you guys have all watched it, and I don't think you're a super duper fan, Francois, but like you've gotten into it, and a few people on this channel and group have been pretty big fans of it. And I watched the first episode, and I was, sorry guys to say this, so bored.
Yeah.
I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
It's boring. It's slow.
Yeah.
I don't know. So sorry if you're a super duper fan, but I didn't like it.
No, look, you're right. It took me a while to work that out. I think because a lot of people here at Cumberland have been able watching it, it sort of motivated me to keep watching it. But I realized recently that it's just, when you compare it to other shows that are out at the moment, or even shows that have been cancelled, it's flatlining a lot of the time. Although last week's episode was good, the majority of the time Riverdale for me does flatline.
Yeah, so it depends on what you're into, but I couldn't get myself into it.
Yeah, I can't stand that. And yeah, Magicians is always a lot of fun. I'm going to finally try and talk about that at some point.
Yeah, I'll need to watch more of the first season. I started watching it, and then I had some computer issues. But yeah, I should watch that more because I got I got into it the first few episodes that I did watch.
I went back and started watching season 1, so I'm very happy that I did.
It's kind of exciting. I'm sure if I had gotten into it more, I would have been more hooked
Yeah,
into it as well.
sure. Yeah. And so I've also got like I'm just saying this because of the amount of shows I have. I also have Beyond and How to Get Away with Murder, and then when I'm not watching anything, I'm watching season 1 of Magicians, and then I wanted to watch Ronge again. For those who don't know, Real Housewives of New Jersey. I want to watch this season because I have it, but I haven't watched any of the season yet. So I've got a lot that I'm watching at the moment.
And
So what
as
are
you
you guys
guys
watching?
know,
Let us know.
yeah, let us know. As you guys know, we still watch The Good Place because we, talk about that. Francois and I are still watching The Real Housewives of Melbourne.
Oh, heck yes.
But we usually get on the phone and have our own big chat about that.
Yeah. If anyone wants to do a chat about Real Housewives of Melbourne, feel free to let me know or let Sarah know if you do. But otherwise we're happy to talk about it on our own. But this season's been pretty good, you guys. So I would definitely watch it.
Yeah, it has been. It started off really slow, but then it kind of got into it. And I was like, oh my God, every week something good.
And a little enticement this season of Real Housewives of Melbourne. Does Francois change his mind about who his favorite is? Find out.
No way! Oh my God!
President A says, have you heard of the show 10 Things I Hate About You? Last Riverdale was great, but no Cheryl. I was wondering where Cheryl was. I didn't know that 10 Things I Hated. Oh, hang on.
I knew that 10 Things I Hate About You, they had started a television series. Look, I was when I was young that the movie came out.
It was a movie, yeah. Okay.
And I never really got into the idea of. I think I've watched You're right there, buddy.
You're right.
Just take a moment. I think I did watch maybe a few episodes. I think it's the same dad from the movies. Correct me if I'm wrong, President A. Same dad, but then there's different actors for the girls. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I did watch a little bit of it, but I just couldn't really get into it. I mean, I can check it out again and see if I would, but you remember the movie, you remember the actresses and the actors that play in the movie, and it's just not the same.
I haven't. I knew it was a movie. I don't think I've seen it though.
Well, Heath Ledger was in it.
I know.
Heath Ledger.
That should make me watch it.
Yeah, Heath Ledger and Julia Stiles and who's the other girl? I don't know. Yeah, some main people from back in that time. So
yeah. And just to answer your thing about Riverdale, yeah, look, was a little sad that Cheryl wasn't there. The episode was pretty good, but yeah, I don't know where Cheryl is, but the episode was pretty good, and that's all I'll say about that. I'm not going to review it, but I will say that they had a good episode. Yeah. So that's that. Anyone else got anything you would like to add before we finish off our little convo here?
Yeah, anything random you want to say or talk about, or you want us to talk about?
Yeah. So while you're doing that, I just want to say it's been great to reconnect with you guys, whether you've come on quickly and left or whatever, or been here the whole time. It's been great to reconnect with everyone.
Definitely, it's exciting. Quite a few people jumped on.
Yeah. So good, guys. Well done. Yeah, kind of.
I don't think we're going to get too many more comments. No, that's all right.
But yes,
we might wrap this up soon. Don't have much more to say.
Yeah, I think we might do that.
But yeah, if you guys want more live impromptu chats, I mean, we'll do it anyway. It's always something that's going to happen. But let us know if you do enjoy these and want them more. They are random. We don't have a set topic to talk about, and they're usually pretty casual and chilled out because we're
No.
just not bothered to make effort.
No, yeah, exactly right.
Exactly. I just said it. So yeah, let us know. And we
Yeah,
can do that.
definitely. Let us know. And I was going to
But
say
if you
something else,
don't let
but
us
no.
know, we'll do it anyway when we feel like it. Whenever that might be. It could be
Uh,
it could be tomorrow. You never know.
has anyone seen? Oh, what's that Disney film? Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, back in the day, mate.
Do you remember the cat song?
The We Are Siamese cat.
Mm-hmm.
My friend used to have that song on her phone, and we'd be sitting hanging out, and she just randomly play that. We are Siamese, if you please. And I'm like, man, I didn't realize as a child
Uh-huh.
how creepy that song is.
It is. Yeah. I know, it's one of those things you realize when you get older, and that's one of the reasons that Disney is great for kids and adults.
Yeah, I was watching that as like a teenager and young adult, and I was like, wow, this is actually quite creepy, this song. Like, it freaked me out a little bit.
No, I was thinking about it the other day. And it just reminds me of what you said before. Like, if you guys want to chat, we'll do it. If you don't, we'll do it anyway. Is that in that song they say, "We are Siamese, if you please," and then they say, "We are Siamese, if you don't please." Dun, dun, dun.
And that's exactly our theme song.
We'll do an FNS live impromptu chat if you please, or if you don't please.
That's hilarious.
All right, guys, you guys have been amazing. It looks like we're winding down anyway. So thank you very much for joining us. Have a great week, no matter what it is that you are doing. Love and blessings to you all. And hopefully, yeah, we'll see you very, very soon. Don't forget to keep up to date with everything. Comment below and let me know related on the Facebook group page. And if you'd like to get in contact with Sarah and I, we are on Facebook. Otherwise, until then, lots of love. And as Sarah said, bye.
Bye.